Good morning, everybody. Hey, it's Heather here for our 10 o'clock live chat. I hope everybody's having a great Tuesday today. And we're moving forward. So we did some makeup at 8. We're here at 8, 10, 12, 2, and 4 on Monday through Thursday, and then Fridays at 8 and 10. And so let me put that down for you right there. So those are the hours right below, so you can check them out. And then every live chat, we always go through the basics as far as what you get in your kit, how to utilize it, and then we do like to show other products as well because you know us because of our airbrushing, but we have over 300 products. And so we have color cosmetics, skincare, everything you can imagine we have. And so if you do have any questions about certain products or anything like that, let us know. Now, here is one of our starter kits. This is the Icon. Let me get to it real quick. There we go. This is the Icon. We also have the Icon Pro and the Legend. They're all operated just about the same way. It does come with makeup. And so you don't have to worry about like, oh, what do I need? We give you everything you need to get started. So we give you the 2 large bottles of foundation so you can start practicing. Think of the starter kit as your practice kit. So we give you the 2 large bottles, and they're similar in color. So you can color match 365 days a year, which is pretty amazing because I don't know another company out there that does that for you. And then we do have the Love and Blush, and our blush blooms, we like to say. It does intensify, the color does pop a little bit more. So there's different options as far as how you put it on. So you just need about 2 drops. So you can put it on before the foundation or after the foundation. When you first start out, I always recommend doing it before, because that way, if it does get too poppy, you can blend it down with the foundation. I like a more blended blush, and so that's how I do it on the regular. All right. So when you first get the kit, we want you to open it, get it out of the box, plug it in. It all comes put together. So the only thing you have to do is plug it in. And then when you turn it on, there is air that comes out. And so just moving the stylus around and feeling that air is practicing. So there is nothing scary about that. It feels amazing. It feels really cool and refreshing. And just move that stylus around. But keep in mind that wherever you feel the air is where the makeup's going to go as well. And then you can put water in here and then start pulling back on the trigger. The one thing you're going to want to practice is that pulling back of the trigger, because it's very little makeup that we want out. Very little. This is different than traditional makeup, so make sure we're applying it that way, right? Hello, Candy. Hello, Patty. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, afternoonish. is 10ish afternoonish, noonish? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I got some bright colored lips that we're gonna apply later. Now, the 8 o'clock hour, I did do the foundation, I did the blush, and I did Love. And so again, we have so many different options that we can do. When you're first starting out, what I recommend is do the foundation. Get the foundation down, because once you get this movement down, everything else is a breeze because you're putting it on the same way. So it's a matter of finding what products are going to be perfect for you. And so let me get my I like the CC concealer. I'll use what I like. I'm going to use the CC concealer, my foundation in the Silk 4-in-1. And I know what lip I'm going to put on, so I'm trying to think let's go ahead and do the matte bronzer, because I'll also use it on my eyes. All right, so I'm going to shake all these. Make sure you do shake up our product. There will be a little bit of separation because it's water and mineral based. So shake them up to make sure you're getting that pigment nice and move, like disperse through the bottle. So now I'm going to take the CC concealer, put my drops in here, turn on my system, and again, there's air that comes out. So I'm going to concentrate the concealer underneath my eyes, which is an area I like to, but I need to cover on my lid as well. And I have some broken capillaries and some things going on here that I want to cover. So that's where I'm going to concentrate my CC concealer and what I like to call pre-coverage. So I can go on, pulling lightly back on my trigger. And as soon as I feel, you're going to feel the coolness, but when product is being released, you'll feel a little more coolness. And so make sure to keep going. You're always moving that stylus. You're not going to go in one spot twice. There's overlap, but you just keep moving it. You can go back to get more coverage there, but with traditional makeup, you would sit there and cover, pack on until you got the coverage. And that's not how we do airbrushing. It's not how we're going to do luminesce. And you're constantly moving that stylus. That's why you'll see me start moving it before I pull back on the stylus, so I don't get any hot spots, meaning I don't get of makeup there. And so right now I'm just concentrating on my problem areas, on the tip of my nose. And there we go. All right. So at this point, I've done the concealer. Next, I am going to do my contour. And so I'm going to contour here, temple area here, and then I'm going to put some on my eyes as well. Again, multiple uses for our products. Look at, when you're airbrushing, when you're doing things, look at the color and say, oh, I wish I had that in eyeshadow. Guess what? You do, because you can use it there. All right. But first, I'm going to do a little bit of the translucent powder, the sheer translucent powder. Ah, Patty loves the concealer too. Yeah, that's my go-to on a regular. To be honest, I used to like our concealer underneath the eye, but you guys know that I'm very, like, I don't want cakiness there. And not that ours does that, but I get a smoother look with the CC concealer. And then doing the powder first gives me more of that really polished look, which I like too. So, and it's definitely going to help control any shine or any, I don't like to say sweat because girls don't sweat, we glisten. So it'll help control my glisten. All right, so now I'm going to shake it up again real quick. Our matte bronzer. Now, if you took the matte bronzer and you're like, oh, this might be a little bit too dark for me, you can always mix a couple of drops of your lighter foundation in there. If you have glow, you can even put a couple of drops of glow in there to lighten it and to lighten it, and then just mix those together. So you would have the system on, block this, and lightly pull back on that trigger, and that will mix everything in there for you. So you don't have to stir it or get it everywhere. It mixes right in the bowl for you. All right, so now I'm going in and I'm going to do contouring. Again, I'm not pulling back on the trigger. I'm making my movement first. And I feel it, and you can see it a little bit, but now I'm moving to the other side. Because I'm concentrating just on specific areas, I do want to give it a little bit of time in between. So I can see it. Let's start up here. Around here. Definitely the neck, creating a jawbone. Might have done that a little bit too much, but we'll even that out. And you can't even, I mean, I could contour on either side of my nose. I could, you know, the possibilities are endless. Again, going back to that practicing and using the air as your guide. So wherever I feel that air is where the makeup's going to go. So when we tell you guys to, you know, practice with just the air, there's a reason for that, because you will get used to feeling that air and knowing that that's where the makeup's going. So even, and the closer you are, the more precise it is. So if I was going to contour my nose, I would come in a little bit closer. When I do my eyes, I come in a little bit closer because I need it more precise. To do foundation and other, you can come back here. But if you come in maybe 3 fingers away, you can do under eyes. So just know, and if you get a piece of paper or a tissue or a paper towel, you can spray and practice on a paper towel, come in closer, and you can see how precise your airbrush can be. So right now I'm going in here. And now I'm going to do a little bit of contour / eyeshadow. Giving me a little bit of depth on my eyes. Ooh. So again, if I'm in a hurry, I've used eyeshadow, or I've used the contour as my eyeshadow. All right. So now let me grab this paper towel. So I have some product left. So I'm going to go in there and just do what I call blowout. So I'm using it now to just blow out all the rest of that. Man, I must have sprayed too much in there. You only need drops, Remember, with airbrush makeup, you are using 10 times less makeup. And so, you know, I think because we're so used to traditional makeup, you want to go in and you're like, oh, I'm going to need more than that. There's no way it's going to give me that coverage. But the way you're applying it is different than traditional makeup. So of course, you don't need as much. All right, so now I have my foundation and I'm going to start on my forehead. I start and make 1 pass. Going all the way around. Good morning, Amber. Good to see you. No worries. Making sure I do cover those areas that sometimes I forget about. Because you'll get airbrushing down where you almost don't even have to think about it. It's, you know, you're like, da, 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 da. And you can think about what you have to do in the morning. You can think about, oh, I didn't pack the kids' lunch, because it will become second nature to you. There we go. So I definitely have the coverage that I want. And you all know that I am a shade 3. So what do you think about the shade? What do you think? Waiting on an answers. But see how it also blended in my contour, made that softer, and where it blended. I guess it made it softer, but it just blended it where you don't have those harsh lines. You don't have where it stands out too much. It's nice and blended. Now I'm going to go in with Charming, the blush, and kind of add that right to the apples of my cheek, working back a little bit. Right on top of the contour. Right there. So just so you know, Patty says she likes the coverage. So just so you know, I did shave 4 today. When I say this makeup is very forgiving, I'm not lying. I give you an example. Hey, Connie, good to see you. I give you examples after examples of how you can get away with a lot with Luminous. It is very forgiving because of how we put it on. It works with the skin. And so if I got a kit that had 3 and 4 in it, hey, if I was out of my 3 and I'm waiting on my 3 to get there, then I know that I have another option. So you do have some wiggle room, as they say. So I would finish this with mascara for sure. Where did my curling? Oh, I think it's at my desk. I would definitely curl my lashes. Oh, here, let me use this one. Because curling lashes make such a difference. It really does open up your eyes. I mean, look at that. And you would go in and just put mascara on, and your lashes would be up and open your eyes. All right, so now I'm going to do Chromatic Lip Stain. Thank you, Amber. And this is, which one was this one? This is Cranberry Pop. And the chromatic lip stains give you that shimmer, but it is a stain. So it's great to wear right now. Look at that color. Making that line right at the outside of my lips. Now, when you're putting on the stains, when they're wet, you can rub them together. You can do that. Hold on. I hear it in. But once they dry, don't rub them together because that's going to break up the stain. So I let them dry a little bit more, and then I'll lick my lips, and then I'll be good. That kind of sets everything. So once I do that, you're golden. You're good. But ooh, isn't that color beautiful? It matches kind of the background too. So I love it. I have to tell you, I'm really digging doing the powder first. It's kind of fun, and I like it a lot. All right, guys, there you go. There is our 10 o'clock, and we'll be back at the 12 o'clock. So we have the 12, the 2, and the 4 left. So if there's anything you guys want to see, let me know. I would love to put that in our live chat. If there's something you want to see, some product that you're like, hey, how do I use this? What do I do with this? Or, hey, I like this look. What order should I go in? What should I use? We can do that as well. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.